Today we are discussing about pyrimides. And in our previous lecture, we have discussed about the purines. Now we are discussing about the pyrimides. We have three types of the pyrimides present in the nucleic acid, like we have cytosine, we have thymine, and we have uracil. These are the three pyrimides present in case of nucleic acids. One of the most important things which you have to keep in mind about the pyrimides, that means they are monocyclic. Monocyclic means they have a single aromatic ring. And if we will make the numbering in a ring, we make it in a clockwise direction. But in case of purines, we make it in an anti-clockwise direction. So in case of pyrimides, we make it in a clockwise direction. And in a ring, we have a presence of two nitrogen atoms. We have presence of two nitrogen atoms in a ring in a position of 1 and 3 in a ring. And one more thing, if they have to make a bond, the bond is formed between C1 of N2 sugar during nucleoside formation, N2 sugar, and N1 of nitrogenous base. That is purine. That is pyrimidine. So pyrimidine is making a bond with the N2 sugar. The bond is formed between C1 and N1 of pyrimidine and C1 of N2 sugar. Let's take this structure in detail and we'll see first structure, then after we'll go through the nucleoside formation. Let's take the first one, is the cytosine. Cytosine is having a monocyclic ring and it's having a single aromatic ring in a structure. And there are two nitrogen atoms located in a ring. And we have also the presence of amino group here, and also the presence of oxo group here, and also we have presence of a double bond in a ring in certain regions. If we go for the numbering of this one in a clockwise direction, this will be position 1, and this will be 2, this will be 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we will check that it's a monocyclic structure, and it's have two nitrogen atoms located in a position of 1 and 3. So at one position we have a nitrogen, at 3 position we have a nitrogen atom located in a ring. We can also call it as 2-oxo, 4-amino pyrimidine. It's monocyclic in structure, and we can also call it at position 2 we have oxo group, at position 4 we have amino group. Then after the next one, that is known as the thymine. This is the thymine, and this was the cytosine. If we will take thymine, it's also having the monocyclic structure. If I make it structure, it's also having the monocyclic structure. Here I am making the structure. At position this we have a nitrogen, and on this position we have also nitrogen attached with the hydrogen. Here we have also the hydrogen. And at position number 5 we have a presence of a methyl group here, and here we have a presence of an oxo group. Here we have a presence of an oxo group. And on this position we have a presence of double bond, and here we have a presence of hydrogen. If we go for the numbering of this one, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be 5, and this will be 6. So this is our thymine, and we can also have a name for it, that is 2-oxo 5-methyl pyrimidine. 5-methyl pyrimidine. Can be also called as 2-oxo 5-methyl pyrimidine. The numbering we have at position number 1 nitrogen and 3 we have nitrogen, and numbering is from the clockwise direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so that's why at the position number 2 we have oxo group, at position 5 we have methyl group. We can call it as a 2-oxo 5-methyl pyrimidine. Next one we have is the uracil. Uracil is having a similar structure, but only the difference here it is that is absence of a methyl group. So if we have a nitrogen here, it is bonded with a hydrogen. Here we have also the oxo group present here. At this position we have a presence of an oxo group in a ring. Okay. Then on this position we have also the nitrogen present linked with hydrogen, and here we don't have anything, and here we have a double bond. So if we go for the numbering, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this can be also, so we have a nitrogen at carbon at position of 1 and nitrogen at position of 3 in a ring. And we can also call it 2-oxypyrimidine. 2-oxypyrimidine. The only difference between the thiamine and uracil is there is a presence of methyl group in a thiamine and absence of methyl group in a uracil. That means if thiamine is deaminated, if it is deaminated, that means if a methyl group is removed here, then it changes into the uracil. These bases we call as a pyrimidines, that means they are monocyclic in structure. Their numbering will start in a clockwise direction. 2 nitrogen atoms in a ring located at the position of 1 and 3, and if they make a nucleoside, they will make a bond between C1 of pentose sugar and N1 of nitrogen base. Let's take in detail the nucleoside formation. We will see all the purines as well as the pyrimidines as well. So we will take the next topic here, the most important one, that is the nucleoside formation. Nucleoside formation. If we will see this nucleoside formation, how it occurs, the nucleoside formation occurs when the nitrogenous base, it may be purine as well as pyrimidine, when combined with pentose sugar, the pentose sugar may be ribose sugar or deoxyribose sugar, then it forms a nucleoside. Same, if we take an example, like if we have adenine as a nitrogenous base, it combines with deoxyribose sugar in case of DNA and ribose sugar in case of RNA, then it forms adenosine. Now adenosine is our nucleoside. Next thing, if we have similarly guanine, it is combining with both deoxyribose sugar like in case of DNA and ribose sugar in case of RNA, then it forms the guanosine. And guanosine, our nucleoside, is our nucleoside. Similarly, if we have a cytosine, it is combining with deoxyribose sugar or with a ribose sugar in case of RNA and DNA, then it forms cytidine. And cytidine is our nucleoside. Similarly, if we have thiamine, but thiamine is only present in case of a DNA, so it will only combine with a deoxyribose sugar. So it's only present in case of a DNA, and it makes thymidine, and thymidine is our nucleoside. Similarly, if we have uracil, but uracil is present only in case of RNA, so we can have only the ribose sugar here, then it forms, we have uridine, and uridine is our nucleoside. So these all, like adenosine, like guanosine, cytidine, thymine, and uracil, they are known as the nucleosides. So how the nucleosides are formed? The nucleosides are formed when the nitrogenous base combines with the pentose sugar. The sugar may be deoxyribose in case of DNA, ribose in case of RNA to make the what they call these nucleosides. The nucleosides may be adenosine, guanosine, cytidine, thymidine, or uridine. So the most important thing which you have to keep in mind, that's about the thiamine. Thiamine is present only in case of DNA, so it combines only with the deoxyribose sugar. Similarly, if we have a uracil, okay, it is only present in case of RNA, so it combines only with the ribose sugar to make the uridine. So this is about the nucleoside formation. Now tomorrow we will take the nucleoside formation in a structural conformation. We will see first how the purines combine with the ribose as well as deoxyribose sugar. Similarly, we will take one example of a pyrimidine, how pyrimidine combines with the deoxyribose or a ribose sugar, and we will make a structural things. We will see how the glycosidic bond is formed between the nitrogenous bases as well as with the deoxyribose sugar or with the ribose sugar.